before we get into our presentation, I would like to introduce Beth Agee from the Children Miracle Network and Extra Life. Is that correct? If you wouldn't mind joining us up here at the front and taking one of these microphones. Who here has ever heard of Extra Life? Oh, yeah. That's a lot of Extra Life fans. So, Beth, if you can tell us a little more. And the stream's there, so let them know, too.
Sure. So I think I'm going to stand, because if I sit, I'm too short. Y'all aren't going to be able to see me. So, okay, raise your hand. You took my question, my opening question. How many of you have participated or have heard of Extra Life Gaming benefiting Children's Miracle Network hospitals before? Yay. Awesome. How many of you have participated supporting Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, which is your local CMN hospital? Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you. If you have participated, thank you. In Atlanta, we've been around since 2011, and we have grown now, raising up close to $70,000 to $80,000 for children's healthcare each year. Nationwide, Extra Life has really taken off in the last 2 years, has had $3 or $4 million growth year over year. So we're at currently for this year over $9 million for local CMN hospitals. And that's exactly, huge round of applause. Thanks, Joe. So people ask me, they're like, so what is this Extra Life thing? And I always go back to a story of just imagine if you have kids, if you know people that have kids, if you have grandkids, if you have nieces, nephew, imagine getting that call maybe in the middle of the night from wife, spouse, whomever, family member saying, little Lily has been rushed to the emergency department and they don't know what's going on. She's 105 fever. Nothing seems to be keeping it down. What's going on? So imagine entering that emergency department, and let's say that little Lily, her parents are actually not fluent in English. So you're entering trying to explain to a child, to the doctors, that you don't know English. So that's where some of our services come in, like family support services that include translators and actually interpreting services for these families. Family support services were 2 areas that funds for the past 2 years through Extra Life have funded. So it's those critical needs that are not going to come through insurance per se. So it's things like that that make all the difference. Imagine how scary it is, again, going to the emergency department with your little one to begin with. Imagine having no English on top of that. So it's those type services. It's the child life specialist. It's the chaplaincy. It's the research as well that goes into all of that. So all that being said, Extra Life supports those critical services like that right here in Atlanta. So to be a part, we do have a national game day that takes place every year. Many of you may have seen this on Twitch. Hopefully some of you tuned in. Yeah, I got one over there. So we do a national game day. It's usually the first weekend in November. However, our fundraising and our support activities happen throughout the year. And the best part is, if you're already gaming, turn it into an Extra Life stream. Maybe devote 1 or 2 hours where you're saying, hey, I'm gaming for the kids. There's a ton of tools on Extra Life, extra-life.org, where you can download to have full screens, design elements, social media, apps that even go. The whole basis is share it with your friends and family, get them to pledge donations for your gaming. And again, if you're already doing it, why not commit 1, 2, 3 hours, maybe once every weekend, streaming for Extra Life, streaming or just gaming for Extra Life in general. Also, we've had many groups throughout Atlanta that come together and host marathon events. Some of you may have even been a part of that, where they go to somebody's house or to a local venue and actually commit to gaming for 24 hours or maybe 12 hours. Again, all of that is to support the gaming community and to support these kids back at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I know Andrew has my contact. We're very fortunate. We're growing quickly in Atlanta. We've got partners like Hi-Res and Control Freak and Haste, and the list can go on and on. So if you have participated and your company has participated and I'm not aware of that, also, please let me know. I am not given a list of all the participants, so I don't always know. So please let me know, because I want to make sure everybody is recognized and that they know the impact that they're making through their funds. So thank you again for having me. I'm excited to hear more from Ian. He's already kind of roped me in with a test back there.
So we can ensure that our money goes to CHOA, not like Birmingham, right?
If you select Children's Healthcare as your benefiting hospital. So one of the cool things about Extra Life is you can select whichever CMN hospital you want to benefit. But for right now, I represent the Atlanta market, so we encourage those to support your local CMN hospital. But of course, you can support whichever CMN hospital.
And remember that Mixer has all the tools for this as well as Twitch, so we can easily do it. Yep. Both of those are great partners for it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Beth. And Beth will be around, so talk to her about it.